Hi, guys. I hope you enjoy this episode of the podcast. This episode is sponsored by CarStar Impact of Cascade, located at 5566 36th Street in Grand Rapids. Please reach out to Steve. He is the man in charge there, and they are really focused on getting you back on the road and always have a bay available to give you an estimate. They also do really good detail work. They are trying to ramp up their detail, and I know that's super important to rideshare drivers. So reach out to them. Their telephone number is 954-9200. CarStar, get your body work done there. We appreciate it. When you go to those people, it helps support our show. The second sponsor is LegalRideshare.com. They are located in Chicago, Illinois, but can help you anywhere in the United States when you have any issues with rideshare law. Specifically, if you are in a car accident and are injured, they will represent you. There's no money up front, no retainer or anything like that. So reach out to them. They've been super helpful for us, and we're really proud to have them as a sponsor. You can reach out to them at help@legalrideshare.com. That's help@legalrideshare.com. Bryant will talk to you and just talk to you about your situation and take real good care of you. Also, for all of our sponsors, please mention to them that you heard it on the GR Rideshare Adventures podcast. That goes a long way in helping support the podcast, and it knows that their advertising dollars that they spend with us is working. So thanks, guys, again. Please leave us a review, subscribe. iTunes is the place to do it, or Apple Podcasts. Subscribe, write a review. We really appreciate it. It really helps us gain traction when you do that. Also, don't forget our Patreon account, patreon.com/grrideshare. For $5 a month, that just helps support what we're doing and keeps us continuing on. For $10 a month, you get a piece of merch and you get access to the Gig Economy podcast, which Sam and I will be recording this Wednesday about Amazon Flex. So if you subscribe to the $10 a month, you get that podcast once a month, plus the pre-show banter before our regular podcast. Thanks, guys, so much. Enjoy the show.
Welcome to the GR Rideshare Adventures podcast. Rideshare infotainment for the new driver, old driver, and everyone in between.
We have a segment tonight. We have a packed night. If we get through all of it, we could be here till midnight.
No, we will get through all of it.
We might skip some articles.
We will not be here till midnight.
No, we will not.
No.
Sam has to be up early.
Hey, we started a half hour early too, guys. Sorry about that. We had a unanimous decision, and that's where we're at. So.
And Larry, we're sorry we lost your pre-show banter.
Yeah,
you did
because Ben did not push the button. It's Ben's fault.
It's totally Ben's fault. I will own it. I didn't press record.
It's one button, Ben.
I know, right?
You push your wife's button all the time, so
I'm sure all of them.
I'm just going to ignore that.
Anyways.
So, obviously, you know me, Jason. You know all of us. We have Samantha and Jesper and Ben.
It can just be Sam.
I know.
This sounds so formal.
You know, I say Samantha because you're a girl, and I think people like to know that. If they're listening, I guess they hear you talk. They know you're a girl. I don't know.
They can think I'm a dude. That's
I'm an
too.
idiot.
I don't care.
We just have you on just to get a female perspective. That's it.
Larry, sorry, no refunds.
Anyways.
Hey, I have a request, by the way, tonight. I need to know if there's anybody who cannot understand me, please post on a comment on this feed, because everybody seems to think that I am just a mumble mouth.
You are mumbling tonight.
And I forgot to put my rideshare sign up, too. Son of a gun.
Would you like me to take care of that for you?
Nah, it's fine.
I mean,
so if you all can share the stream in your local groups, that would be great.
And David, yes, it is live.
Yes, it is live, and it's early. So
yep.
I think he asked that because there's a lot of pages. You can somehow spoof yourself and make it looks that you're live, and people are more interested in live videos than they are recorded ones. So,
absolutely.
And so, we don't. This is legitimate live. Do you want us to dump the stream to show you? We will not do that.
David, ask a question only you would ask, and we would answer it.
Right. So stories from the past 2 weeks. This is what we like to do. Just kind of recap what we've been doing out in the Grand Rapids market. I wrote nothing down. I looked at all my rides, and there really wasn't anything that stood out to me. So I'm going to let you guys take it tonight for that.
Okay, well, I will jump on it now. I've drove 3 times since we last talked. 2 Fridays and 1 Saturday. And it was surprisingly, I think it was the Saturday, it was surprisingly good. I had a lot of XL rides, so that was pretty good. It was.
Do you just put XL only? Is that all
no,
you do?
not normal, not yet.
No.
Not yet. No.
What do you mean not yet?
Well, we got to get further into the winter. So, halfway through the fall, when it's really more steady, then once we hit 9:30, 10 o'clock, then I'm be XL only for all night long. Yep.
And you've also done well with the Pro too, right?
Well, that's the thing that I wanted to talk about. So I was actually surprised as to how much I like the Uber Pro feature. So I'm platinum.
And I was bragging camp.
Well, there you go.
I'm
No big
too,
deal.
So
I'm platinum.
You're blue?
I'm platinum.
Oh.
Yeah. But I get the notices as to how long the ride is, and it used to be that we wouldn't take anything longer. We wouldn't drive more than 10 minutes to pick somebody up, even 8 to 10 minutes to pick somebody up. And now I easily find myself driving 15 minutes because I know on the other end, on the other side of it, it's a 15 to 20 minute ride, and I get told that, and so I'll take it, and I think that's pretty cool, and I find myself wanting to take more rides to keep that status.
I know. That's kind of why they do that. I think
absolutely
that's
it
the
is.
only advantage other than the gas
sure.
card
Right.
that I can't get because, I don't know, I'm cursed,
Right.
is seeing where you're going to go.
And
Yes.
it's just as beneficial for Uber as it is for us because we are taking those rides we wouldn't have in the first place.
Yeah. Have you noticed you've been taking longer rides, Jesper? Have you been getting the long pickup fee?
Yeah, but it never was very much.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll get $1 here or 60 cents there or whatever.
Yeah.
It's not a ton. That's not why I take it, right? It's the other side of it. It's because I want the 22-minute XL ride. Yeah, I'll take that.
Right. Yeah, for XL rides, I go further to pick up XL rides than I do X
Yes,
rides.
as
I
you
always
should.
did. I always did, yeah.
It's
Now, you
well
don't,
worth it.
just for new people that might be listening, you do not get the pickup fee on an XL.
Right.
I didn't
The long
look.
picking fee.
In
I'm just
our
saying.
market, at least.
At least in Grand Rapids.
Well,
So
Yep.
I have a quick question here. David, he is from California. 22,000 rides.
Did you put an extra 0 in there?
That's awesome, David. No, I don't think he did. He might be one of the recipients of the big bonus, right?
Well, yeah.
So
And he's been driving for 5 years.
5 years. So, but I have a question for you, David. Maybe you could tell us a little bit more about California, your market, and then how does the Uber Pro work for you in your market? Is there anything special from our market, and how do you like it?
Before we ask him a question, is he pro AB5 or against? Because if he's
Oh,
pro,
that's
I don't
true.
want to talk to him.
I don't think
Just-
he's pro,
just
but
kidding,
who knows?
David. Pete says, I'm diamond, bitch, in capital letters.
That's what he does.
So is that about all on your wrap up there?
That's it. Yep.
Okay.
Oh, you got some special greetings coming your way. Yes.
Yeah, I know, Mike. He's a good friend of mine. Yeah, I'm doing great, Mike. How are you?
So Ben, what about you?
Yeah, I have been kind of changing up how I drive. Jason says I'm an old man because I'm always complaining about the airport and traffic and getting there through the construction. So I've been avoiding the airport and kind of hanging out in my secret spots, and it's actually been serving me very well. I am not quite to the Uber Pro level that Jesper is. I got to get my acceptance rating up a little bit, but other than that, I'm pretty darn close. So I'm close to seeing where I'm going, and that is pretty awesome. So, yeah, not many airport rides, not many drunk college kid rides. I've just kind of been doing my own thing in the burbs.
I am such a baby. I got one drunk person. I was like, why am
And
I
then
doing
you
this?
punked out for the rest of the night.
I will show you my last 2 rides of the night took me right to Granville.
Yeah.
Do you expect me to go downtown after I'm right by
No.
my house?
No.
Now, if it was 9 o'clock, I would, but it was like midnight. So
I took a lady not too far from here, actually, at, 2:45 in the morning. And I was like, I'm just going to go home.
yeah,
So
that's late.
I had
Yeah.
more than once. I took somebody to Allendale, and then and I know I'm not supposed to chase the search, right? Because this is stupidity, right?
Yeah.
But it's 20 minutes to 2, and I'm like, I'm not going home, and I ride right past my whole house and I go downtown, and it's never worth it. It's just
No. Well, I think you told me that you two were racing downtown from the airport at some point. I don't know if it was last week.
It was like a 7-minute surge or something like
Yeah.
that. It was like, boom, it's gone.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, we went that whole distance. I think either of us got more than 2 rides out of it, and it was gone.
Yeah, that's crazy. All right, Sam, what about you?
Well, I mean, my Saturday was also fantastic. I was out for 9 hours, and
It's a long day.
I made probably one of my most profitable nights I've ever had. It was almost St. Patty's Day money.
Awesome.
On
Way to
Friday
go.
night?
Saturday.
Well done.
Yeah.
Dang.
It was really good. Oh, having the XL makes a big difference.
Aren't you glad you got the XL?
Yes, even though it has hurt my rating.
Because of
Really?
the tight
The
seats
tight
in the
seat in the back.
Oh.
Yeah, I've gone down 0.02 on Uber and
I wonder-
0.03 on Lyft.
I wonder if you preemptively get an XL and say, "Hey guys, just to let you know, joke about it, just to let you know, it is tight back there." You know, just kind of joke it up.
It's like
people
a-
walk up to the car. Can this seat 6?
Yeah,
Sure
actually.
can.
Can your mouth? Oh, sorry.
It fits like a honeymoon back there.
So,
Are you comfort?
no comfort.
Really?
The 2017 Rogue is comfort from the list that I saw on Uber, but the 2016 I couldn't find on there.
Yeah, my car's not either. My
That's
car's
so weird because mine
Yours
is
is
a
a
15.
15.
and
Right,
it's
different
comfort.
models, different years.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, for the Rogue specifically.
Should be a
it's-
vice versa because if it's a van, you know the thing's disgusting in there because you know there's kids.
You know, I get every night. They go, "This is such a clean van." Everybody says, "You guys, you have the cleanest van I've ever seen." That's what I hear.
Really? Even
Yeah.
with the chocolate milk stains?
Well, I mean, they're drunk, so maybe they don't see it.
That's
I don't
true.
know.
I always hope that it's dark, and because my windows are dirty, I'm like, I'm going to start driving when it's dark out.
Yeah. No, and then this past Monday, I haven't driven a Monday in at least 6 months. No, more than that, over a year. Because I've been going to trivia in over a year, so I haven't driven a Monday in a long time.
Okay.
Wow.
And my first 2 hours, I made $62.
Nice.
On a
Which is
Monday?
unheard of for a Monday.
That's
yeah.
amazing.
It was such a weird night. But I mean, I had just back-to-back X and XL rides that were all 18 to 20 minutes. I didn't take one ride that night that was less than 17 minutes.
Wow. That's
was
really good.
That was
you
just
go.
like the last Saturday I had, where at the first hour and a half, I made $65.
Right. Yeah, it was
And-
real.
Are you on YouTube by chance?
I am not because
All
I
right.
can't. I have to like.
We have 2 people. Oh, Kyle's there. I got it.
Good.
Okay, thank you, because I can't get on.
Sorry, I was
that was it.
I was looking at Facebook. So just real quick, all our links and everything are in the description in the Facebook post and the YouTube post. We have a Telegram group, and that is our favorite group. It gets it's cuckoo bananas, but there are some rideshare stuff in there. But sometimes it's social hour, which is kind of nice too when you're a little lonely on the road. Right. So you can check that out. That link is in the description. So we have some audio from one of our good friends, Justin, who's from Grand Rapids, is kind of an OG of the Grand Rapids group. So this is his, what would you call this? Like, not a pep talk, but like,
It was
Yeah, it
kind
was
of
his morning
It's
motivator.
a sarcasm.
Yeah, it's definitely sarcastic.
Yes.
okay. So it's about a minute. So we hope you like it, and then hope you'll join the group.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. So here we go.
Well, I try my best. I do my best. I'm here picking up Jared. He said he'd be ready at 9:10. I'm here at 9:05 because if you're not early, you're late. And that's, the kind of mentality we need to have. If Uber says it's going to take you 6 minutes to get to a location, it should take you 3. It's just the fact of the matter. It's just how business is. Customers are expecting you to be there waiting on them, not you, being late while they're waiting on you. If you pull up to somebody's house and they're standing outside, it took you too long to get there. I don't care if the app gives them play-by-play, direction by direction of when you're going to be there and how you're going to get there and what kind of car you're going to be and if it has 4 wheels or 3. If you get there and they're waiting outside, you need to step up your game. I like to get here. I got here at 9:05 or 9:05, however you want to call it. Some people call it 5 minutes after the hour. I'm just going to call it 9:05 because that's how I'm feeling today. He said he'd be ready by 9:10. I'm sitting here waiting. I sent him a text. I said, "Good morning, sir. Your Uber has arrived. I am
But now he
outside,
shows up.
parked by the door. Please look for me. I enjoyed our visit last night, and I look forward to our drive this morning."
So my question
Wow.
is, at the end of that message, he's like, "I enjoyed our ride last night. I look forward to it to the morning."
Yeah, I
It
think it
was,
was a
uh,
cash, like an arrangement he had made.
Yeah, he
You
dropped
didn't say
somebody
the C
off.
word.
No,
did you?
no. I think
Almost.
it was, and yeah.
Okay, I was a little confused. I wanted to tease him about that and say,
But that was just an awesome message.
and that's the stuff you can hear in our group.
Yes.
Yeah.
You will see pictures of spam, like
I mean,
literal spam.
To be
but-
fair, after that message, he's like, well, he admitted that was all just a bunch of, crap. And
I don't know. John's motivational Mondays are so
Oh,
good.
yeah.
they are.
I can't deal
I
with
sit
5
in-
minutes on the podcast though.
No.
And then of
I
course you
sit in the
have
car
the
laughing.
recap. John's recaps, those are awesome.
Those would be better if he can get the audio better.
Yeah.
If I
Well,
don't,
he'll get
Sounds
there.
like he's using a tape recorder.
yeah, it really does. 'cause
Like a
But then he
chalkboard.
uses his-
okay, we only can talk one at a time.
Ay.
I think he plays it on his computer and records it through his phone.
Okay. He needs to download Audacity. It's free.
Right?
That's
Seriously.
how I got Justin's audio on here. I just hit record on Audacity and it plays through the computer. So step
But-
it up, John.
But straight up, one of my favorite reasons for going out driving is so that I can do the banter with the guys in between the rides.
Yes.
And gals.
And the gals too, of course.
It's
well,
true.
it's just fun. It's not lonely anymore.
Yeah, it gives you a sense of community, and that's really what we are striving to create for rideshare drivers.
And so we have over 40 drivers now in the group, and we probably have 15 that's fairly regularly active.
Yeah, I think some people join and then
Never release
Sam
it.
posts a GIF and then they just
It's not just
Then
me.
they know
I
it
know.
wasn't for them.
it's you and John.
Even though, to be fair, there was the one day that dude joined and then you said something inappropriate and the dude
Ooh.
left immediately.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Whoopsies.
you know.
Oh,
Well,
you
the
know.
other nice thing about that group is when you don't chat for a while, people start messaging
Right.
you privately, and
Yep.
they're like, "Hey, are you okay?"
Oh, yeah. If
Justin,
I'm quiet for 2 hours, Gabe is all up me. Trying to
Right.
figure out
Really?
what's going on? Where are you?
I haven't been talking in the group much, so Justin pinged me today, and he's like, "Hey, haven't heard from you. You doing all right?" So it's a really good way to just kind of check.
And
in
I
on
would say
people.
like maybe 2/3 of them are local, but the rest are probably around the country. So.
Well, and we encourage to find the local people as well and create the local local groups. Doesn't have to be a different group, but you can get to 3 to 5 drivers in each market and kind of join up and and be together. So
I just realized that Chris Everett is the Chris in our
Yes.
group. 'Cause I was like, he wrote, "It's all about the butts," and I was like, "It is all about the butts." Wait a minute, how does he know that?
Friday night when I was out till 4:30,
Ugh.
like everybody else went to bed at like 3:30. Like everybody called it quits before I did. So that room was silent. And it was the weirdest hour. Like even John wasn't talking to me.
When I did my deadhead back from Traverse City, it was late too, and nobody was on.
Yeah.
One of these two tried to stay awake, and then they passed out, and I still had like 90 minutes left.
I remember that.
I am
That's a
flying
rough
down the highway.
drive.
I'm like, stay awake.
Wakey.
All right, let's move on. The newsletter, we're still working on that, but the link is in there to sign up for it.
We'll get that.
And then, of
out
course,
soon.
the Van True camera that we always recommend. Guys, we need your reviews. We're trying to rank up in the entrepreneur section of iTunes. So that is also in your rundown. Just go subscribe, write something sexy, and then 5 stars. That would be amazing.
Can I say one quick thing?
Absolutely.
So I just learned today that a good friend of mine, he actually started driving Uber about 7 weeks ago, and he likes it a lot. And his kind of like, he came to me and it's like, what's your number one recommendation? And I said, by far, get a dash cam. And it's like you have to have a dash cam. If you don't, no, just get it. Get a dash cam. It's for your own protection, and it's just, and as Jason said, the one we recommend, the Van True Pro 2, it's just, it's the best one out there that we have found for the money.
Okay. So Steve sent us a video. He's kind of working with us. He is from Colorado, Denver area, from Michigan originally, but you can check him out at uberlyftdrivers.com. He's very active on Twitter too, if you want to get a hold of him. But he's going to do a Grind My Gear segment. This isn't ideal what he sent us, but we're going to just do, I think the content's okay. It's real short, and we're going to play that and kind of discuss a little bit.
You know what really grinds my gears? Unaccompanied minors. Quit calling Uber and Lyft for rides. Even your parents are on board with you riding. But guess what? The TOS isn't, and neither are the drivers. And when you cancel, or we make you cancel, and you call another one and we watch that car pull up and take you, I don't understand how you all make safety such a big issue when really you're all taking safety for granted. I mean, how many is it going to take of minors having something happen to them in a rideshare car before you parents and you minors take responsibility for your own actions, realize that you are breaking the rules and you are putting your children in jeopardy by letting them ride with strangers? My Lord. And stop. When we call you parents and tell you it's against the rules, knock it off. Hopefully one day Uber and Lyft will start terminating your accounts. But until then, be a good parent. For Grind My Gears, signing off. Peace.
So Steve is working with, I guess, Denver PD. He's reached out to them, try to facilitate something. I know that's a constant problem in the Grand Rapids market. Oh, poor Pete. I mean, Pete is like,
he's a magnet.
I know. I don't know what it is. He is just a magnet for minors.
Telling my life story right now, Pete says.
But just, don't take minors. It's such a gray area though when they look like they're 18.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to ID anyone,
Right?
but just don't be an idiot. Don't take minors. Don't take kids with no car seats. So, okay. So I am super excited. LegalRideshare.com is a new sponsor of the show. Hopefully 3 episodes, but hopefully more. So they are based out of Chicago, Illinois, and we are going to have a segment about them. The next 3 episodes we talk about them, and we talk about dash cams, we talk about insurance. So this is a Skype interview. It's a little lengthy, and I didn't realize it went 7 minutes-ish. So it's good information. We'll play this video, and then we'll chat about it. Hi, guys. We are sitting down with, it's just me today, with Bryant from Legal Rideshare. They're based, I think, in Chicago. And we are working with him as a sponsorship, and he's going to kind of explain what Legal Rideshare does and how they can help you as a rideshare driver.
Hey, Jason. Thanks for having us. My name is Bryant Greening. I appreciate the opportunity to talk to you guys. Legal Rideshare is the only law firm in the United States that's entirely dedicated to Uber and Lyft accident and injury claims. So we deal with rideshare drivers who have been in accidents every single day. We thought it would be beneficial for everybody to talk about what to do if you're in an accident and how you can best protect yourself.
Okay. So real quick, is that just what you do at Legal Rideshare?
That's it. So Legal Rideshare is totally focused on rideshare accidents and injuries.
Okay. Well, why don't you explain, talk about an accident, what a driver should do?
Sure. I think one of the easiest ways to do that is to paint a picture and put yourself in a situation that you might actually find yourself in. So let's say you've just picked up a fare, you got the passenger in the back seat, and somebody rear ends you as you're driving down the main road. You stop the car and you think to yourself, what am I going to do here? How do I handle this situation to protect myself, to protect my passenger, to make sure that there's a good outcome for everyone? The first thing that you want to do is make sure that everybody in the car is okay. So, be honest with yourself. Think, am I feeling any pains anywhere? Is the adrenaline rushing and maybe I'm ignoring something that actually hurts? Turn around and ask the passenger if they're okay. That sounds really basic and like something that everybody would do if they found themselves in that situation. But that's not, this is unusual. This is not something that you see every day. So sometimes you have to remind yourself of the mundane facts. After you are sure that everybody is largely okay, they don't need an ambulance right away, you're going to want to actually get out of the car and talk to the people who you were involved in the accident with. You want to exchange information, make sure that you get license plate numbers, driver's license numbers, insurance information. That way, if they leave the scene, you have the most important information so that the police can find them later.
Okay.
After getting that information, we recommend that you actually call the cops so that they can get there, document everything, ensure that they are taking photos, taking measurements if necessary, documenting property damage, and most importantly, getting witness information so that that can be used later in any sort of insurance claim that you are going to have. Then comes the rideshare question.
Right.
What I just explained is pretty much what you should do in any accident situation. But you need to make sure that you are putting the rideshare companies on alert of what to do. Of what happened, so that they can protect you in an insurance claim or lawsuit or anything that might come of this. A lot of drivers are very scared to alert the rideshare companies because they think, oh my gosh, I'm going to be taken off. I'm going to be deactivated. Truth is, you might be for a short period of time, but it's better that you provide the information up front and that they're able to start their process so that their insurance can pay for your property damage. Their insurance can protect you if the other guy is uninsured and you have a medical claim, and they can then make sure that the facts are documented so that your version of the events is what drives the narrative, as opposed to your passenger who comes and alerts them a couple days later, or some other witness or other guy you were involved in the accident with is spewing his version of what happened.
Right. So where would you guys come in? Do you recommend, if you're involved in an accident, to call right away, or just wait to see how things play out?
Well, that's actually a twofold question. If there's no injury, legal rideshare would actually recommend that you handle this yourself. We're happy to have a phone call with you and point you in the right direction, but there's no reason for a law firm to come in and take a third or a percentage of whatever property damage settlement you might get, because then you don't have enough money to fix your car.
Yeah.
If you've got $10,000 of damage and you're paying an attorney a percentage of that, well, then you're not in the same position that you were before the crash.
Okay, that makes sense.
If you're injured in the accident, that's where legal rideshare really can help you out. Okay. We would recommend that you call us, the next day, go get medical treatment, go make sure everything's okay, and then give us a call so we can help direct your path forward.
Okay. Let's talk about fees real quick. Do you just take a percentage? Do you ask for a retainer? I mean, you don't have to tell me numbers, or, is there a program they can get on, like for a monthly subscription, anything like that?
Well, there is no down payment. We don't ever charge drivers a fee to come talk to us or to use our services. What we do is we work on a contingency basis, meaning if we're able to recover for you, then we take a percentage of that recovery.
Okay.
If we're unsuccessful, which I can tell you is almost never the case, we then waive any fees. So it's not ever going to cost you anything out of pocket to retain our services.
Oh, excellent. Excellent. So would that work in regards to if someone was assaulted, or is it just for car accidents?
Most of what we do is car accident related. We have handled cases that relate to assaults. What we often tell people is that assault cases as a driver can get really complicated and are mostly criminal in nature. So you're going to want to talk to the police. You're going to want to make sure that you have an injury report created. And then if there is some liability, that often is a result or is directed at the individual who attacked you. So we'd have to look into their assets. We'd have to look into their property, their earnings, and see if there's an avenue of recovery for you.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for, talking about the accident. I know we got a little off sidetrack with the assaults. What's the best way to reach out to you?
So drivers can contact us directly through our website. We have a contact box that goes directly to my email. They can email us at help@legalrideshare.com. And they can also call us at 312-767-7950.
Okay.
So any one of those options is a good one, and we're always standing by waiting to help.
All right. Well, thank you very much for that, and we will see you in the next episode. We got 2 more of these, so thank you.
All right. Thanks, Jason.
All right. I apologize for that. The next 2 are a little bit shorter. We won't play them tonight, obviously, but Jared's awesome. Jared's his partner that helps him. Bryant is awesome. He was fun to talk to. What you don't see is the banter back and forth for us when we weren't recording. And great guy. If you get injured or have any, get in an accident, you're just feeling a little, just call right away, because don't wait.
So that was the one thing I don't know if we touched on it. Maybe I just missed it. So is this Illinois only, or is it all in the United States?
Yeah, United States.
So entire United States. And as you remember, guys, contingency basis. So there's no fee out of pocket for you guys.
No fee.
So that's awesome.
Yeah, and it sounds like they've been pretty successful. And that's all that Bryant does is rideshare law.
And I think that's the key right here, right? And whenever you talk to a lawyer, you want to make sure you get somebody who is very specifically in one field.
Yeah.
And because you can probably get any lawyer to help you with rideshare, right? But he won't know all the things, all the questions to ask.
Are you kidding me? It's so complicated.
No way. Right. So that's why you are much better off hiring somebody who does this every day.
Yep.
And as he said, I mean, I don't know if you heard that or not, but they win most of their cases.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty good.
Yeah, it's really good. So, well, I'm glad they're aboard for the next couple episodes, and hopefully continue it. So,
yeah, that was great.
Thank you. You didn't see the disaster beforehand trying to get that started. I know we're not supposed to talk about tech stuff. Megan doesn't listen to this episode, but when we talk about tech stuff on Threads, she's like, "Stop talking about tech stuff." But it was a nightmare. But we got it, so I'm happy.
So Sean had a question real quick. He says, "What about the customer?" And I don't know what you mean, Sean. So maybe you can ask.
Probably the passenger.
But in what case? So ask a little bit, give us a little bit more information about your question, and we will try and answer it. I don't know what it means.
Yeah, I'm guessing he's talking about the packs. That who's going to take care of them?
If you had an accident, what happens to the customer? Yeah,
right.
So in that case, my guess would be, and again, I don't know, it's probably a question better for Brian, right? But the case would help.
It's Bryant.
Bryant, yes. I thought I said that. I'm sorry.
It's Bryant. Okay. I just wanted to make sure.
My guess is that the question, the you reaching out and hiring legal rideshare would help both you as the driver and the rider.
Yeah.
Because the insurance that Uber and Lyft provides will cover both parties. Right. So in that case, but again, that's much better asked directly to Bryant and his team.
Yeah, just reach out to him. Yep. My guess is that even if it wasn't your fault and you got injured, I would still call, or if it is your fault, the accident, and you got injured, I would still call him.
Oh, yeah.
You never know. You just never know.
Yeah.
Get him the information. And
right. And remember, too, it doesn't have to be the driver, right? It can be the rider, too. If the driver does nothing and you're in an accident, something happens to you as a passenger, you can reach out to legal rideshare.
Oh, yeah.
You're supposed to be covered.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's for driver. It's for everyone that gets injured in a rideshare accident.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right, let's jump to rideshare in the news. It is packed. So,
yeah, it is.
The first one's kind of interesting. It's about the founder, Travis. Is it Kalanick?
Kalanick.
Kalanick?
Yeah.
Kalanick, yeah. So the biggest thing is, so there's a book coming out here, Super Pumped, The Battle for Uber, that was released, this week. And it kind of talks about Travis and all his behavior and kind of all when it kind of all went down, because he's been a jerk for a long time, right? But there was just this one tipping moment where everybody all of a sudden realized.
Well, it was the tipping moment is when he got recorded in that.
Well,
dash
exactly,
cam.
yes, but that was just when he was found out, right? I mean, because this behavior doesn't start overnight. So this is kind of how that was the person he was. But yes, exactly. So it's the episode with the dash cam where he's sitting in between two women, I think it was, in the back of a driver and in the back of an Uber.
Friends.
Yeah. And he's just really, he's just really talking down to the driver.
Yeah.
You know, one point he even says, I can't find many, but anyway, so he's just really negative. So there's one statement here that the 4 executives huddled. This is kind of afterwards. 4 executives huddled around the laptop with Kalanick kneeling on the floor in front of the chair. They watched as the grainy dash cam video began playing. This is them watching his footage of him in the car, of his behavior. Shot from inside an Uber, the video shows a driver with 3 passengers, 2 women and a man. Travis Kalanick sandwiched in between them in the back seat. And that's when he just goes on, and he is just not a very nice man. Some people don't like to take responsibility for their own shh. Kalanick can be heard shouting in the video. So basically, he's just not a very nice man.
Yeah, the rest of the story, it's their PR team, and he makes a derogatory comment to them. They get up and leave, and because they wanted to help him from in Uber, but he wanted to hire an outside PR team to kind of save his ass.
Well, and he pretty much says, "You can't help me."
Right.
You know, in 13, not so nice words.
And didn't it say like 13 days later, he resigned?
Yeah.
Well, yes.
Yeah.
Well, he was forced out. He didn't resign. He was asked
to resign.
Yeah.
I'm just not. Honestly, I'm not surprised because I'm not sure a nice guy could have done for Uber what he did do.
I mean, all the greats, I'm not saying he's great.
Right.
I mean, Steve Jobs is a complete a-hole.
Right.
Although Bill Gates is really nice.
Right.
I don't know.
But was he always nice, though? I mean, I heard some horror stories about Bill Gates.
Did you?
Oh, yeah.
I bet in the 90s he was probably a real jerk.
Well, there was some times there was one point I heard that when he got to work, he used to, when there was a small team, he would go around, he would write up all the numbers of all the registration of the cars who was in the parking lot to make sure that everybody was at work. I mean, he was not necessarily a super nice guy, but I mean, I think it goes to your point. It just takes a special personality to grow something that big.
Yeah, you got to be a little
But
cuckoo.
you can still be nice. You can still be nice. I think.
So I want to, one thing about this podcast, we do have an agenda that we go through, but when people ask questions, we like to answer them. And Jonathan Anders must be a new listener. Welcome. Do you think that rideshare companies will ever make the efforts to create a safer environment for us drivers as they do for our customers? So my question to you is, what do you want them to do?
Right.
What Jonathan would you like to see Uber do to make it safer for us? I don't know what else they could do. I mean, we have stuff in the apps that we can press that directly dials 911.
When I actually got the last weekend, I got the new thing with all of a sudden it sent a text message to my passenger, and he had to give me their number to make sure we had the team up correctly.
Yeah, that's good.
Wasn't it Tim Burns who had that the other morning and had a really tough time with it?
No, that was Jim. That was this morning. Jim
there you go.
Klompenberg or something.
I don't know.
Something Dutch. Jonathan also says, seems all the safety features are geared toward customers and not drivers. Again, I don't know what else they could do. I mean, other than putting plexiglass in.
I've seen people online who don't understand why they don't background check every passenger, which I totally get why. It's expensive.
Oh, yeah.
And then it's not an immediate use feature. You can't just download the app and go. You have to wait for a background check.
I mean,
so I get
I
why
would never
it's not
expect
done.
them to do that.
No.
I mean, there's so many passengers on
Plus, where are you going to set the bar for who can and can't ride?
I would never want that. That would slow everything down, and they'd probably lower our rates to pay for it.
Yes.
Well, and that's the thing, and I almost lost
hear
my
the crickets.
No,
Sure.
but I mean, they didn't used to. You didn't have to have a background check to go into a taxi, right?
Right.
So there's that.
Johnson, at least verify an ID, enforce customers use their legal name. You know, I do like a picture,
right?
But they can put whatever they want on Lyft. Uber doesn't have pictures, but there'll be some racism involved. That's one problem with the pictures.
Well, and they say that already happened with name. That's the reason why we're not showing the name anymore.
Yeah. Well, Lyft you can get all, but I mean, I do think a legit photo would be nice in a name.
Sure.
I don't know if that's going to make me feel safer, but
It would be nice to be able to have some sort of follow through if there was an incident, to be able to tell the police this is actually who this person is.
True. And it gives some accountability for both parties. Like,
It
you
does.
know his name, he knows yours, so we're all on the up and up.
And honestly, they can geocode our faces as drivers. So why can't they geocode their faces? So, require you to upload a photo of your license to begin with, and get that up. You can make that instant today, and then just once in a while, just like with us, they can do the same for the riders. They can force them to take that photo.
I think the only thing that the reason they're not doing it is they want to make it as easy as possible, like
I
Sam's,
agree.
to get somebody in the car.
Sure.
But what Pete said here, we saw that post. I guess Lyft might be making photos mandatory for customers.
I don't know.
I don't know if it's necessarily mandatory, but they did have a email that they're going to be having more ways for us to identify our customers better.
Andy says they have our photo. I think race is irrelevant in that issue. I don't think so, because people are going to, if they, people are idiots.
I
Like, nope,
see drivers on the national page that are just blatantly
racist.
Yeah, they're not even trying to hide it.
And I think they're less likely to cancel a ride once they pick it up. So that's probably why Uber doesn't put it on there.
Right.
Uber's main goal is to get people picked up and move on. That's it.
So do you still see the names on Lyft?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
But they can put whatever they want.
Well, yeah.
I get a lot of princesses.
There's so many princesses in Grand Rapids.
But I mean, I used to, back when I was on Lyft, there was drivers back then that would simply don't take rides because of some names.
Yeah.
I won't take rides because of fake names.
Yes.
Like blatantly, like money. Your name is not money.
How do you know?
I'm gonna take a bet that their name is not money.
Yeah, the only thing I usually weed out is certain areas. Yeah. Otherwise, I don't care. Jonathan says you can match an ID with a profile pic. Yeah, but I mean, what are we doing here?
Yeah,
like,
I'm not
get in, get out.
Everyone,
right? I mean, I will not. I will let you know though. I am a little uncomfortable when people order rides for other people.
I am too.
I'm a little not freaked out, but I'm a little like,
Right.
I don't know if I'm comfortable with this.
Yeah, I mean, I get when it's like your 85-year-old mom you want to put in the car to take to the doctor's office or whatever. And it can get around, but can't use the smartphone. I get that, but when it's like a 25-year-old, like your girlfriend is getting in the car, like just have her order her own ride.
Yeah, I always ask the name though. I said, "Who ordered the ride for you?" You got to tell me that. If you don't tell me that, the car's not going to drive.
So I had one last weekend where somebody actually ordered the ride for his friend. He came out to the car and he said, "Hey, my friend's got to go home," and he was done. But he was there and he saw me. He showed me the phone, and so I saw that it was cracked. And then I took him home. Right. So
see, Jesper takes anyone. If some guy brought his buddy out and he's like stumbling, I'd be like, "Yeah, have a good night, guys." And I would have canceled the ride and drove off. So.
That's why I have Emma's back, man.
Chris Compton says, best fake name ever was Satan. Dude gets in the car with a leather jacket and a matching eye patch.
That's awesome.
Wow.
Are you sure it was fake, Chris?
Yeah, right.
I just like when like 6'4" big burly dudes get in the car, and I'm like, "Are you Sharon?"
Or when Pete says, "Are you Shireen?" Or when Andy says, "I had a cocaine one time, but kept turning it down. Friend got him, and legit his name on his ID, like Cokaine,
Like Kokanye, but cocaine.
Kokanye.
Is that how you would say it? Kokanye?
Probably.
That's weird.
It sounds better
There's
than
just
cocaine.
some weird names out there.
Yeah.
Sure are.
There is.
All right, let's jump into the next one. Ben's going to take this and read it for the people that are listening the audio only. But I know the pictures kind of suck for y'all, but deal with it.
Yeah,
Freeway.
there it is. All right. So this is, but what did you do to get kicked out of another driver's car in the middle of the freeway at 3 a.m.?
Hold on. This is from Facebook. So this is what the driver wrote, and then this is what the screenshot said.
Yes. Okay. Any further explanation?
Well,
I actually agree that it was kind of warranted.
Oh,
You should have read the text message first and then the comment.
all right. All right, fine. You guys have your moment. High five each other. You want a hug?
no.
All right. As I was saying, Amber, a Uber Lyft driver, says, but what did you do to get kicked out of another driver's car in the middle of the freeway at 3 a.m. No, thank you. The message from the passenger, Jerry, says, "Hello, ma'am." Spelled wrong. "My previous Uber driver left me in the middle of the freeway, I-40. I walking towards some exit, but let me know when you get close so we can figure out a meeting place." No.
Yeah, I mean, Andy says, how do we know he was kicked out? We don't, but it's just kind of it's just describing like this weird message, like, okay.
Yeah, I will not be picking you up at a highway at 3 a.m. in the morning.
I mean, yeah,
No.
For me, that would warrant a phone call.
Well, he did say his previous Uber driver left him on the freeway.
That's
So-
true.
Right. Like if I pulled up and there was a car broken down and you were ordering from the side of the freeway, cool, I get it. The car broke down.
Right.
But if you're just on the freeway, that means you were removed from a vehicle.
I like Andy. Yeah, no, hard pass.
Maybe call the police.
I don't know, but that would definitely warrant. I don't like to call people if I don't have to, whatever.
Yeah.
But
See,
that would warrant.
I call people all the time.
Do you?
Oh yeah.
And they're like, "What did you say?"
My least favorite feature about Lyft is that you can't text easily.
I know it is a pain, but all right, Sam, you're up.
All right.
I'd like to point out that Christopher just joined our Telegram group. So thank you. Welcome, Christopher. Okay, come on, Sam.
All right. So I was looking at the article for the LA Times.
What? He did.
Oh, there's another joke involved.
So Uber argues that driver names are closely guarded trade secrets. So basically, the city of Chicago denied a FOIA request from a professor to get Uber and Lyft's driver names. They were trying to cross-reference how many drivers were driving both platforms.
Right.
And
for like a study, though, right?
yes, for a study for a professor, yep, from Loyola University. And they denied the request because the theory is that they don't want one platform poaching the other platform's drivers. So if they release their names and their driving times, they might be like, oh, hey, we need more 4 a.m. drivers. We're going to take these drivers.
Yeah.
Or try to, at least, which is kind of a moot point. I think most of us drive both anyways.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. That's what I say. Although you say that and you go to the airport and you would think that,
and yeah, I'm sure you got a whole herd of Jespers out there, but
I'm not sure what that
Our
was.
friendly neighbor, Danish Jesper.
people who only drive for one reason or another.
Oh, that. Oh, okay. I got you now.
It's a choice now. Okay?
It's a choice.
So
yeah, what it boils down
I
to
just
is
like Uber better.
But apparently, if you have a license with the city, your name is already supposed to be recorded like in a license system, but Uber drivers and Lyft drivers are not.
I know.
So
we're rebels.
Yep.
Except in California
We're the
or New
worst.
York.
Where we now employees.
Well, they're rebels too, just the wrong kind.
Okay. So next up is just a story about a driver loses his vehicle. It's a video. It's a news vehicle. A news vehicle?
What?
Sorry, a suspect steals Uber driver's vehicle. I had a stroke there. I was like, the D.
Oh, I don't know if I have that video.
I thought I missed something.
Oh, my Lord in heaven.
All right, are we ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
That was a wonderful introduction. Well done.
Instead of scoring a costly fare from Fort Myers all the way to Plant City, an Uber driver says this man, took his car on a joyride and left him stranded along the interstate. Wake News reporter Erica Jackson's live from Charlotte County, where the driver says he got locked out of his own car. Erica.
Yes, Chris, good evening. A passenger asked his Uber driver to pull over near this exit of I-75 because he felt sick. Moments later, deputies say he stole the car, leaving the Uber driver on the busy highway stranded. Then a Good Samaritan came to his rescue.
He was very much in distress. He was waving his arms over his head, trying to flag anybody down that he could get.
Tap Teehee says the frantic Uber driver in need of a ride and a phone caught his attention as he headed to Lake Susie in Charlotte County.
I didn't see a car, so I was a little confused and curious.
The Uber driver says he didn't have his car or his cell phone because Andrew Sullivan stole them. The driver told deputies he picked up an intoxicated Sullivan up in Fort Myers, heading for a treatment center in Plant City. Sullivan asked him to pull over so he could get sick, then drove away.
He was just so distraught and so worried about the public safety.
Deputies found the car more than 50 miles north in Manatee County. Charlotte County Uber driver Nikki McKay hopes fellow drivers learn a lesson from this dangerous situation.
If it came to somebody was throwing up, I would let them get out and puke. I would stay in my car.
A lesson in safety for McKay and a lesson in kindness for Teehee.
Remember that a total stranger helped you. If you have the opportunity to help somebody in the future, try to repay the kindness.
Sullivan remains in the Manatee County Jail tonight. Live in Charlotte County, Erica Jackson, Wink News.
So I don't know why they have to do the news on the highway. She's got to go to the freaking highway. It's like,
why her microphone is 2 feet from her mouth.
I don't know.
It's
but
cooler that way.
Did we also notice that the witness guy was named Tab? It was Tab Tiki or something like that. I was like, anyways, yeah, why did she get out of the car? Like, if somebody's puking, I mean, I'm just going to let them do their thing. I'm not getting out of the car to see what's going on.
I'm not going to help them. I'm not going to pat their back or hold their hair.
I mean, again, if there was if they were like bleeding, I don't know. If they were like bleeding or something like a medical emergency, then I might. But
wouldn't you pull at least turn off the vehicle and take your keys?
Yeah, take your keys with you.
We're all like armchair quarterbacks, so we're saying what we would do. But I would definitely not get out of. Sorry, I'm adjusting my audio here. Not get out of the car. So, where are we at? Oh, so we're going to talk about CarStar now. This is our second ad second sponsor. Sorry. CarStar Impact of Cascade. They're located at 5566 36th Street in Grand Rapids, and they are awesome. Mm-hmm. They have been with us for about 6 months, and God dang it, I even highlighted the frickin' giveaway.
I was gonna say, don't we have a giveaway?
Yes, we have a frickin' giveaway, and I'm an idiot.
It's not an effing giveaway, okay? It's not.
It's a fabulous giveaway.
So
it is an effing giveaway.
Well, yeah,
different F word.
So, yes, hashtag CarStar. If you are in the local market, they will give you a cleaning bucket and cleaning supplies.
Kit.
A cleaning kit. Gosh darn it.
And it's pretty awesome.
It is.
Yeah, and then if you're out of market, you'll get a gift card to whatever, Napa
Auto Parts,
O'Reilly or whatever. So,
but yeah, I will second, just because I've had so much interaction with CarStar this last
3
weeks. It's been fantastic. They've been really great.
Okay.
They didn't get to fix either of the cars.
Well, that sucks for them.
Yes.
But yeah.
But they were great.
They have done a fabulous job. They've worked on Gabe's car. They are going to work on mine once I get around to it.
I'm going to work on mine too.
Yeah, we keep saying that, but we never
gotta get it out.
trigger.
Well, the problem is, we got to get out there, and every time I do, I got to stay one day off the road. So Christopher already kind of said hello, but how do you join into the competition, Jason?
Hashtag CarStar.
Hashtag CarStar. Yep.
Yep.
And when are we going to do the drawing?
I don't know, Ben.
Why don't we do the drawing at 10:10?
All right.
I thought that was a French cartoon character.
10:10?
10:10.
Tintin.
Yeah.
Wow.
If you're Danish, maybe.
Danish and old.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
He went for the Danish joke. I was going for the old joke. So.
But you all knew who it was.
Like
Rin
No,
Tin
I don't know.
Tin? I don't know who that is.
Huh?
Like Rin Tin Tin? Like
No,
the dog?
no, Tintin.
The
No,
dog.
we don't.
He's Googling it right now.
Or no, the kid. He's like some
He's
kid
not
superhero.
a kid. He's The Adventures of Tintin. See?
Is it black and white?
No,
but I actually do kind of recognize the dog.
It's
but I
claymation.
don't.
It's not claymation.
I
It's
actually like claymation.
Very
That
good
wasn't
cartoon.
popular here, Jesper. I'm sorry.
Oh my gosh! Anybody who knows about Tintin, please hashtag
They did
Tintin.
make a real movie out of it.
I know. Hashtag Tintin. He's awesome.
I know,
Hashtag CarStar.
Yeah. What the heck?
Tintin's not going to get you anything.
I know.
For tonight only, hashtag Tintin get you into the competition as well.
Oh, and CarStar?
Yeah, both.
Nice. All right. Where are we at here? So, yeah, check out CarStar. They're right by the airport. So, if you got some body damage, just run over there and you're working during the day. Steve will take care of you. They also really are trying to ramp up their detail work. So
they actually just, I don't think he's announced it yet to you, but
is this breaking news for CarStar?
They did just open that detail shop.
A different building?
Yes.
Where at?
So ask Steve. I don't know the specific yet, but ask Steve.
If you want to know 10% of the information, ask Jesper.
It's all right. It's okay.
Wow. That was so bad.
Hey, Ben, I sent you a message.
Cool.
I can barely hear myself, so I was wondering if you could check my audio on.
Your audio is just fine.
Okay.
Yeah, so we can hear you fine.
Okay. Just want to make sure.
Stop talking about.
Hey, Chris, I'm going to have to beat you up next time I meet you, okay? I am not a Swedish, okay? I'm a Danish.
Hey, guys, say hi to Willie Sanchez in YouTube.
Hi, Willie Sanchez.
From YouTube.
Oh, from Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. We haven't really had any Vegas drivers. Vegas, Denver, lots of I look at our numbers and as we switch. Oh, by the way, we've switched over to Libsyn. So if your podcast app should automatically correct that, but just in case, let me know if you have any problems with that. And a lot of our stats are coming from California. So somebody likes us in California.
And Chris, I was referring to Chris Everett, not you, Christopher. You're good.
Yeah, we have 3 Chris's listening right now.
Oh, that's trouble.
Chris Bruinsma, Chris Cooper, Chris Everett.
Chris Wells.
Chris Everett is Butt Chris.
And Chris Wells, too. Holy cow, there are so many Chris.
There's too many Chris's.
Damn it, Chris. Use your middle name.
Christopher Chris. Chris.
Christopher Cooper.
All right, next up, Ben, you got this one? It's a picture. Driver accidentally pressed ride complete button 2 miles before my stop. I'm playing footsie with Jesper.
Don't do that.
That's a little awkward.
Sean's from Hawaii.
What?
You're actually our second listener from Hawaii. We had Dallas, but he's like a school teacher trying to work or something. I never hear from him anymore.
And their schedule is so different than ours, time-wise.
It's true.
Are they
like
5 hours? No, I think they're like 5 hours.
I don't know. It's a lot of hours.
Maybe it's more than
Might
that.
be 6.
It's a lot of hours.
It's a lot of hours.
Wow.
All right. So here's a post from the great land of Reddit, I assume.
Accidentally. Yep, come on.
Yeah, okay. Driver accidentally pressed ride complete button 2 miles before my stop. Who does that? So the driver accidentally pressed the ride complete button 2 miles before my stop. Then he made me get out of his car. I would be irate. He apologized for the mistake, but then insisted that I get out. I told him I've paid for the entire trip. Please just take me to the destination. He refused, saying he had other riders in queue that he must now go get. What is the appropriate way to handle this situation when this occurs? Must happen more frequently than you think. It was an honest mistake by the driver, but man, it was immensely frustrating with no obvious remediation. Should the driver have continued on to my destination since I had paid in full and it was his mistake? Yes. Or was he in the right for demanding I leave the vehicle? No!
Ben, you're so loud.
This was purely an honest mistake, FYI.
He didn't listen.
Hey,
I
listen.
had not been misbehaving or anything. He wasn't trying to get me to leave his vehicle for any reason other than his honest mistake.
New thing. You have to have Audacity up when you that's why I want it up in the corner so you can see your spikes.
I'm plenty loud. I'm not even budging past 12.
Okay.
Anyways, you seemed a little loud. So
you blew our eardrums out.
Yeah.
Happy day.
Okay.
I can start answering this. I definitely think that he should have taken him to the ride.
Now wait, before you say that though, there's no insurance. Once that ride ends,
but it is your fault.
Right. So, I agree. He should have continued, but you are taking a risk. Just so you know.
True.
Yes.
No, you are absolutely.
As soon as you hit end, the insurance is done with that ride. So you are taking the chance. Now, was he a douche canoe? Yes. He should have just drove the 2 miles and called it a day.
But okay, so let's talk about that for a little bit. Don't you think that? Well, maybe not, because Lyft doesn't. Uber doesn't care about us. Lyft and Uber don't care about us.
They do care.
Well,
how dare you?
But do you think that let's say something happened? So you take him to the drop him off. Something happens. Do you think that you can reach out to Lyft and Uber and say, "Hey, It was my fault. I accidentally turned off the ride. Your insurance should still cover it.
They're going to light the match and throw it.
Yeah.
They're not going to cover it. I know that would be the right thing to do, but anyone could say that, right?
Yeah, but they have the data to support it, though.
True. I mean, even when
they
we
see your GPS that
Yeah.
you
Well,
did
and-
finish the
and
ride.
he paid for it, right? He paid. So let's talk about that for a moment, because Uber just introduced the "You are not at the destination. Are you sure you want to finish?"
right. Yeah.
So there's that.
Well, yeah. I would. Okay. So what would I do? I would finish the ride. And,
absolutely.
And I wouldn't.
Right.
Whatever. But you're still not covered.
Right.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. If I'm the
True.
one who bumped it, which
How does that happen?
I know
if
that
the
is.
phone's in your hand, I suppose it could happen.
It
And
shouldn't
some
be in your
drivers,
hand.
some drivers do it that way, though. I've been a passenger in cars where the Uber driver's sitting
I
there
would
with his
get out. I would get out.
No, you wouldn't.
Yes, I would.
But that's the only way you could do it accidentally.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't touch my phone when I'm driving. Maybe at a red light, but never when I'm driving.
I mean, I guess I do sometimes pull it up to turn it off.
Yeah, I guess I can see it happen, but I mean, I have about 4,000 rides. There's probably about 10,000 rides of all of us in here.
Oh, at least. Yeah.
Who's done it? Nobody. So he must have had it. in his
I have
phone.
never accidentally ended a ride.
Me either.
Nope.
Now, I have purposely ended a ride earlier
Right.
because I took a wrong turn or something, and they needed to.
Have I started a ride early and then they didn't come out? Yeah, I don't
Yup.
do that anymore. When I was young or when I was a
Oh, I
rookie.
will. I will still do it.
Really?
Oh, yeah. If I have called them and talked to them and they said they're on their way, I will start the ride.
I let it run because you get paid more for your wait time before you hit I've started
Oh,
the
do
ride.
you?
Yeah, you do.
Then so you get paid. Oh, really?
That 5-minute time frame, even
Yeah.
if you sit there for 10 minutes, your per minute pay is higher than if you actually start the ride.
That's actually smart to do because that encourages people not to start the ride early.
right.
Interesting.
I did not know that.
There
You go.
Yeah. All right. I'll read the next one, Ben. Are you there?
I'm here. I'm
Okay.
working on the giveaway.
Yeah, I know you are. I know it's 2 pictures in a row. I'm sorry about that. The next one is interesting. Jesper had shared this, and I'll read it. But he says driving for Uber is like Fight Club. You should never talk about Fight Club. Sadly, for this group, it is mostly the case. It's supposed to be a community, a place where we can talk about shit. However, it's mostly bashing, picking on, and disrespect. We put our lives and other lives in jeopardy every time we drive, from driving to the strangers we pick up. Most of the time it's cool, but when it's not cool, we should talk constructively to each other, not do the S we see here a lot. It's effed up at times, the job, the way support, PAXs, even pedestrians treat us. We shouldn't have to be treated like us by people in this group. Can't wait to read the comments here. I'm good either way, but shouldn't we be acting together? Bring on the BS.
I love how the first S you said.
I know. And then I realized there was more of them, and I'm like, I don't want to pepper it.
So let me just say one. This is from the National Uber Drivers Group.
Yeah. But I mean, it's not about Fight Club because then you would never talk about it. I mean,
No.
It's a catchy title, but
Yes.
it's so true, man. All those groups are so hateful. I'm
Right.
like, I don't even get it. Like,
Yeah.
I
What
think
crawled up your butt and died?
Yeah. Yeah, when people are just asking a genuine question, just because you think it's common sense, you don't need to be rude about it. Just be quiet. If you don't like the question, don't type anything.
right.
Yep.
I struggle with that.
I know you do. I try to answer.
You want to know who struggles with that?
Pete.
He's doing better.
But I think Pete actually adds value sometimes.
Yeah.
No.
Right? And so that's
He's
the
not just
thing.
bashing.
You're not just exactly. If you feel like just bashing, then leave. Don't be a troll. There's
But
lots of trolls online.
I think all the groups, not just Uber, but Taylor Swift groups, whatever, are all like that. I think it's just the genuine.
Genuine.
Is that like
General?
genital?
Genuine.
I heard
right?
what he said. What did you say?
General.
General. That's a general theme through all the internet. There we go.
We are struggling.
But does that add value though?
No, it doesn't.
Right,
You're
I mean,
absolutely right.
I'm happy with our group. Yeah, we banter and stuff, but I think we add value. I think we have that sense of community.
Well, what happens is, there's gifts all over the place in our group, but then someone asks a legit question.
Yeah.
Everyone chimes in with legitness.
The most helpful answer we
Yeah,
can.
we don't have to talk about rideshare all the time. We can talk about spam and cooking.
Yeah.
Right.
So I put pictures of delicious food
You
up
need
there.
your own channel.
And-
Hashtag.
And what is
You
it
should
like?
see the ones that don't go in the group.
I bet they're bad. What were you saying, Jesper?
No, it's just
We weren't
some,
even letting
some,
you
some
talk.
of the food pictures that Sam will post sometimes.
Sometimes they look delicious.
But then there's the spam in gel. That's
I mean, the smothered pork chops I made the other day were
that was
awesome.
delicious. That looked good. That looked good.
Oh, right.
I love this picture.
Matthew says,
This
"Don't
next
be a
one.
troll." Exactly.
Yeah.
Ben, 3 pictures in a row. I'm sorry.
What are you doing?
I know you're like hustling over there.
But
So
it's
that-
Is this the
great.
Grand Rapids
Yes,
picture?
it
Yeah.
is. I love this photo.
So ridiculous.
I was actually in the intersection when I saw these.
I'm like trying to get my bearings.
What does this
Oh,
even mean?
I saw it
This is
live.
by
This
the
was
Van Andel.
awesome. Yeah, by Van
So
Andel.
this is facing north on Ottawa then.
Yeah, you're
Yep.
on Ottawa going. Normally, you can only turn right.
20 Monroe Live sign there.
Yeah, I'm trying to get my bearings.
Yeah.
It's just a sign that says turn right only. Then the next one says turn,
Turn
left,
left
only.
only.
And then it says no right turn with a cross through it. And then it
Turn
says
right
turn
only.
right only. So, I mean,
Which, mind you, the turn right only are the ones that are mounted to the ground. Those are the permanent signs.
Right.
But yeah, if you're not from here, you're going to be very confused.
Well, but it was also only for a couple weekends because of construction. So it's
Yeah.
back to, well, I guess it will be back to normal once that road gets back to normal because it's still a mess down there.
Yeah.
I think they
that'll
just
be a
have it
while.
closed because of that hotel they're working
Yes.
on. That's it.
Well, yeah, but still a mess.
They're going to be doing things, I think, underground,
Do you
What
know?
kind of things?
like for the water line for the hotel.
He cracked himself up. Like he just like he's chuckling over there.
I don't care.
Well, I noticed that Ionia was closed too.
Yes, that's part of the project.
Oh,
It's
it
also
is?
Ionia, yeah. And then stage 3 of it, they close off part of Lewis, I think, also.
Yep.
So you can't get to Ottawa from the back way. You have to go like all the way down and come back.
Just park on Fulton and let your people out on Fulton. Oh man,
No, don't do that.
daggers!
Do
from
not
Fulton.
do that.
I honked at so many people
Oh, yeah.
this weekend, and I saw one dude get a ticket in front of back 40, and I laughed.
Oh.
The cop like honked at him and blew his siren at him like 3
And he
times.
still didn't
Like,
move?
He
move.
didn't move.
Oh, he'd be getting a ticket.
Oh, it's
He
his
did.
right
Oh,
to be there.
And he,
So
but
eventually the cop pulled over and got out and walked on up. And I'm like, oh, you're getting a ticket because you were told to move.
Well, the thing is, and I had the incident happen at the back 40. The alley was open. I passed the guy parked in the road. I
Right.
pulled in the alley, let my people up, and drove down the alley. Even if the alley's blocked with like the musician,
truck.
you can still back out.
there was one time I couldn't get any other. I wasn't even dropping anybody off, but I had to use the alley to get away because that was my only way out.
Really?
It was blocked. It's like I gotta use the alley.
Yeah, I made everybody go over to B-Dubs.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you can walk around the
You're
corner.
so mean.
I know.
It's so far when you're
No, like
drunk.
50 whole feet.
I
Who
mean,
was it that had a drop off at the Bob and he dropped them off at the Monroe Center entrance and
that was Pete.
was that
Yeah,
Pete?
That was those
that's
gals.
Pete's
And
video.
the gal made them go around.
Yeah, he posted that on Instagram. Shoot, I should have grabbed that.
Yeah.
That was like,
No, and I drop people off there all the time, and sometimes people are like, "Oh, well, I guess I can walk around."
And one-
Well, I've had most people be fine with it.
99%.
one of the comments from the lady girls was Pete goes, "Well, just use the entrance over there," and the girls goes, "Well, I don't use that entrance. I don't know anybody there."
She seemed.
because she wanted
All right.
to get in for free, I swear. But
All right,
still,
I'm getting that video from Pete, and if he lets me play it,
I'm sure he will.
I don't use that entrance. I don't know anybody there.
I know they were super high maintenance. So
Even if I do have trouble at that area, it's people that are trying to leave the Bob that don't want to come around to my car, not people I'm dropping off to go into the Bob.
Hotel.
Yeah.
Always
Yeah.
take them to the hotel.
although one
Yeah,
night
sometimes I do the hotel.
One night I was over there and there was a bunch of cars and their rideshare driver,
Yeah.
she came out and said, "Nope, sorry. Are you picking up?" You know, and I'm like, "Yep." She's like, "You got to move."
Yeah.
So I just canceled the ride.
Yep.
I was like, "I'm not waiting for you." So, alrighty.
I still
Is now a
haven't
good
had that
time to
happen.
do the giveaway, or do you want to wait the next 3 minutes?
Oh,
that's what-
well, we said 3
what-
more minutes,
yeah,
right?
that's
So-
right.
This is your 3-minute warning. You have 3 minutes to enter the giveaway.
Hashtag Carstar, hashtag Tintin. Hey,
One or the other. You don't have to do both.
I'm going with it.
Tintin's not for real. You're not going to win with Tintin.
You could.
You're not going to win with Tintin.
I think
I think
Jesper
that they can
invoked it.
win with Tintin, Ben. We outvote you.
Yeah.
I think Jesper invoked that right tonight. So, okay. So this video is effed up. So I'm just going to warn you.
It was hard to watch.
There's one later on that's even worse to
Is
watch.
it?
Yeah.
Yeah, watching him.
Oh, yeah. This one.
And then we can describe what he did wrong or what. Well, yeah. So.
All right. Well, after this very happy video, we'll do the giveaway. But
can you mute the mics?
That's what I got my fingers here
Oh,
for.
okay.
Somebody call police.
Yeah, we call. Oh my.
Baby, you gotta stop.
Baby, you gotta stop. He gonna beat your ass.
Stop.
Shit.
Wait. I'm not doing nothing for you.
Oh my God.
I didn't call you. I wouldn't get involved, obviously.
I mean, that's his car.
That's his
car.
Oh.
She
Get out my car.
Oh my God. I got.
Somebody catch her, man.
Yeah, I got.
Watch out.
Don't hit her.
Don't hit the dog. Don't hit the dog. Just come on, baby. You gotta. He biting the shit out.
Oh my God.
He biting the shit out of him.
Hello, I'm Mark Brown. Click the ABC7 logo to subscribe to our Eyewitness News YouTube channel.
Probably shouldn't have done it then.
That's
That's okay.
Okay. Welcome back.
Welcome back.
That was Ben's fault. Sorry,
Yeah.
guys.
It's okay.
No, that's rough.
That was a bad. I mean,
So
Like-
when she bit him,
Yeah.
there was like the guy in the recordings like, "Don't hit a lady." I was like, "Oh, I hitting a lady."
Oh no! When teeth come out,
She
the
bit
rules
me.
are gone.
It's like
Yeah.
because she bit him like right in the
yeah,
right.
right in the soft spot.
Yeah, I've been like, bam, bam, but I think she was kind of methed out or whatever. So
she was on
I
something.
don't-
That's for sure.
we didn't see why he was out of the car in the first place.
I mean, yeah,
that's what I don't understand, but we don't know.
Or
Yeah.
maybe she refused to get out of the car.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like watching these. I follow this subreddit like public freakouts, and Megan hates it because she's like, "Why do you watch that?" Because I want to watch it, but then I think, why is somebody recording this? Why doesn't somebody step in and help? Like someone's not doing something
Right.
and they're recording it. But
Right.
anyway,
I saw a pretty bad one a couple while ago. It wasn't particularly an Uber driver; it was a taxi cab driver, but that was the one where he died. He got stabbed by a passenger.
You saw a video?
Yeah, and again, there's several people just recording it, and he's just like blood gushing everywhere.
oh my
And nobody
god!
tries to help.
It was just, yeah. And he ends up dying because nobody helps him,
Oh,
and it's just, and he's just, yeah, it's just horrible.
oh, that makes me sick to my stomach. Oh, how can I mean? Yeah, that one was a little weird. Okay, let's see what's going on. But if there's like actual violence going on, like
Right.
time to step in.
Right.
Plus, I just.
But
what are
people
the
don't
odds
dare.
in
People
a-
talking. Sorry.
In the odds of a crowd that size, you're telling me there's not one person that maybe knows how to carefully put this woman on the ground and keep her there?
Oh, there's gonna be no carefully. She going down.
But I'm just, there should be. You would think. What are the odds? Like
Right.
everybody's just standing there watching.
I
Like,
know.
none of you are nurses. None of you are doctors. None of you are cops. Like none of you.
Right. She was high on something.
Yes.
but 1 star. All right.
I feel-
Ben, you want to draw?
You want me to draw? Or do you want to draw?
Hey, I trust you, or I'll do it.
I'll do it.
Sam
So
will do it.
Keith actually said he think that happened in Atlanta, and he doesn't even think that she was his rider. So,
Probably not. Well, why was he out of his car then?
I don't know.
Who is it?
So we have Chris Bruinsma.
Is he the Threads guy?
He is.
Son of a bitch, Chris.
He's listening to both.
Hey, he's listening to both.
We appreciate it. He's been interacting too, so
Yeah, that's true.
I don't mind.
Sam,
You don't mind, but he actually won.
Sam's a fast typer, so Chris Brunsma, you won.
Yep.
He's
so
local.
He's local. So please send your information, and we'll get the information off to Steve, and you can stop out there and pick up your kit.
Yeah, just Facebook message us. That's the easiest because our email is super long.
Well, yeah.
All right, Ben, we got one another picture. This is Sam's, and I don't know. I'll let you read it.
It just had me dying.
The random thought?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, all right, random thought. I wish there was a way that Uber could notify us when an area is busy or when there are lots of surges instead of us having to keep checking the app. LOL. What?
So wait a minute. So is it?
She wants a notification on her screen like Amazon does when increased prices are available for routes.
Didn't they used to do that?
They did.
Uber?
They used to send
Uber
text.
Did
used
they?
to.
Okay. I was not around in that time, I don't think.
Yeah, you weren't. This was early on, but they used to, you never used to have to look at the map. It would send you a text.
How hard is it to just look at your app and see where the red is?
I mean, she's busy. She got to watch her stories. She doesn't have time to be.
The best place to do it, though, is when you're sitting there watching a TV. Like, yeah, I'm not going to go out tonight. And you open your phone. Oh, maybe I'm going out tonight.
Yeah, never open your phone. If you're thinking, if you're on the fence, if you're doing this, don't look at it because if you see red, you'll go
then
out.
you're going to see like the +7. It's like,
But even, I mean, after the search changed, though, are you really going to go out for a 350?
No.
I mean,
no, but I will for a 7 or an 8. Because I live an 8-minute drive to the middle of downtown.
Right.
I can do it pretty quick. And usually when the surge zone is pretty big, even from my driveway, I'm inside of it.
Oh, okay. That's worth it then.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't. I wouldn't even, unless I'm out. I don't go out because of the search.
She lives closer to the city center.
Sure.
That's why when I get a ride to Granville, I stay home. I'm like, I'm not. I mean, it's only like 14 minutes.
Yeah,
but,
like downtown's like +8. My house is still +4.
Yeah.
Get dressed, hop in the car, and usually I'll still get a ping for downtown, and the passenger will make it a +750.
Yeah.
And it's worth it.
So the passenger will make it a 750.
Yeah, if your passenger's in a higher surge area than you are, you get the passenger's locations surge.
Interesting.
Yeah.
There was something I had to remember too about. I don't know. I should have wrote it down. I would remember shit. Okay. So next up, okay. We've seen these videos before. Just another one. A gay couple got kicked out.
Why does this keep happening?
I don't know why it keeps happening. Like, just shut your mouth and just drive. I mean, you are an independent contractor. What did I say?
Independent copier?
Contractor.
I
yeah.
heard something way worse.
So
than
did
that.
I. I thought
It
was
rhymes with Crocker?
Yeah, it sure did.
I thought I was going to have to mark this explicit. You're an independent contractor, and you and I have argued about this before. Like, yeah, it's a douchebag thing to do, but she still had a right to get her out of the car. It was another incident. It could have been a gay couple. It could have been whatever.
Right.
But as an independent contractor, you don't have to. I guess you do. Well,
but maybe she should pick something else then. Maybe she should do something else.
Well, for
yes.
sure.
I mean, if you are a business owner, which in a sense we all operate our own businesses, it is illegal to discriminate against people who are homosexual.
But can't you not serve anyone you don't want? You can get in trouble for that.
You know, that's iffy, and that's a big. I mean, the whole like wedding cake fiascos, and the wedding party. It's kind of in the air right now because it's the thought was, well, no, you can't discriminate. Period. And now some people are like, well, it's my business, and I'm going to do what I want, and I have every right to. So
yeah, I'm kind of torn on that. Yeah. I mean, obviously, in hiring, there's huge rules with that.
Right.
But if it's just a customer, like I don't have to serve you if I don't want to.
No, you don't have to serve. That's
But
right. But then you're also going to be killed on social media.
Right. But I'm saying legality wise, the cake owner can the cake owner do that and not get in trouble?
Right now, depending on what state you're in, yes.
Interesting.
So it's a tough one.
But also be prepared to deal with the fallout of that decision.
Oh, there's no question about that. So, Ben, you want to play that video if you got a sec?
If you have a sec.
Well, I'm just, he's like,
a sec,
Producer Ben, will you push the button?
Buttons? Yeah, I don't. Yeah, okay.
I'm sure it's harder than it looks.
It's very
gotta
hard.
be.
That's what she said.
I don't think we say that.
All right, moving on.
That was okay?
You just said that.
So you're kicking me out because I'm gay? Are you kicking me out because I'm gay?
Yes. Get out.
You're kicking me out because I'm gay.
Get out.
You're kicking me out of your car
Get out.
because I'm gay?
Get out.
You're kicking me out because I'm gay?
Get out.
Don't touch me.
Get out. Get out.
What is wrong with you? What the is wrong with you?
Get out of my
This
car.
is an Uber ride. I paid you for a service.
This is
You
my
are
personal
kicking
car.
me out because I am gay?
Get out.
You can go ahead and call the cops. You got f***ing kidding me.
I am gonna
It is
call them.
2019. You're kicking me out of the car because I'm gay.
I can reject any ride I want to. I'm calling the police.
Please call the police.
My question is she gay? I just want to make sure.
Well, she may not be. Well, my biggest thing here is, are the police going to be able to do anything?
No. They'll probably be like,
Well, technically, though, the police has to remove the lady from the vehicle because she's not the owner of the vehicle.
Yeah. I mean, once you're asked to get out,
yeah, you're trespassing.
you have to, yes.
Yeah. So they would
But-
get involved. They'd say, come on, let's go. Like,
Yeah.
Right.
And they'll roll their eyes and say, what are we doing here?
Right.
But
Right.
I don't understand people. Like, just drive. Like, who cares?
But here's the other thing. She has to live with her actions because she just got canceled from Lyft and Uber.
Yeah,
Right.
she violated
Oh,
terms
yeah.
of service.
That's
Yeah.
violation of their terms of service.
It is?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You
You cannot discriminate.
So it is against the rules.
Yes.
It's not against the, it's not against the law, but it's against the rules.
It's against Uber's terms of
Oh,
service.
okay.
Yes.
All right.
You can't get arrested for it, but you can be kicked off the platform.
Just like it's not against the law to take a minor in your car, but it's against the terms of
Right.
service.
And
Okay.
honestly, there are places that are developing like new laws that if you start calling the cops on people for a discrimination reason, that eventually I'm sure will be brought into this, you're the one getting the fine.
Yes.
Okay.
So
Interesting.
It's a good
Yeah.
topic for threads.
yeah,
Yeah,
What's
it is.
that?
It is.
the new bias law in Grand Rapids.
Oh.
Getting off.
Threadspodcast.com. Threadspodcast.com. If you like my annoying voice and you love Ben, we do a podcast together. It's super deep. So sometimes.
Sunday was way deep.
It was so deep that I had to tell the guest she needed to slow her roll because she was talking way over my head. I was like, we gotta recoup
That's
here.
not that hard, though, is it?
That's what she said.
No, they don't say that.
Is that appropriate? Perfect. All right. Next up, this is I clicked on it. Oh, this is kind of have to do with AB5 a little bit. So I'm not going to go through the whole crap. It's been passed, but there were some stats I wanted to read what Uber's offer was for that. Give me a second. So drivers would be guaranteed a weekly pay averaging at least 1.27 times minimum wage in the city where the ride or delivery started. This is for delivery drivers too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you know what? Okay, so in San Francisco, the minimum wage is $15.59, so that would come out to $19 an hour. Tips, tolls, and cleaning fees would not count toward this, but company incentives would.
Mm-hmm. So your Quest.
Yeah. They would receive 30 cents a mile, not because you can't claim the IRS anymore because you're not an independent contractor.
Right.
Correct.
So they give you half, almost a little bit more than half of the mileage credit. What else did I see that? Oh, yeah. So for delivery drivers, the minimum pay only would be in effect during peak hours. So 11 a.m. to 2 and 6 to 9. That would be the only time you would get paid. Like, why would you deliver any other time then? Like, how are they getting delivered if you're not getting paid? I don't understand that. Drivers that spend time logged in the app and waiting rides would not be compensated. It says, but some experts say that's a fatal flaw, noting that waiting can amount to 40% of drivers' work time.
If it does, you're doing something wrong.
That's a long time. So this is garbage. I don't want it.
Mm-mm.
What?
Yeah. Companies would pay a 4% minimum wage per driver hour worked in the new driver benefit funds to administered by 5 board members.
Right.
So for like accidental insurance, workman's comp, and all that. But
yeah, there was somebody in New York who was complaining that they were gonna kick drivers off, like offline, after rides in like certain like Manhattan and stuff where the congestion issue is.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, what did you guys expect? The state passed regulations that you all have to be making a certain wage. They're not going to pay you to sit. They're going to put a cap on the number of drivers online. So they only have to guarantee that small number of drivers that minimum wage, not all of you.
Right. There's an article. We're going to talk about that later.
Well, I probably shared it with you, honestly.
You probably did. It might have been one of yours.
Yes.
So, okay. So this video is pretty intense. So I'm just warning you. It has to do with a dead dog.
Oh, I don't want to see that.
Dead dogs, vampire lady. What is?
I know
this.
this. I told you this is a weird show tonight. It's packed full of stuff. So
I didn't watch this when you shared it before. I didn't want to see it.
yeah. So
Do we need to get some tissue down here?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll work on that.
Or your dog.
Well,
that would make me feel better too.
It's not gonna bring the dog back to life. So
No.
it's not like anyone did anything terrible to the dog. But
still.
All right.
Fucking shit. I cannot wait. My dog's dying in my hands. Go the fuck around.
Oh, not
right
safe
now.
for work.
Yo, I am not fucking kidding you. Do you see this? This is my fucking bad dog. Go around now. Drive around now.
I can't drive around. Stop touch my...
Go that way now. Yo, my dog is dead in my fucking hand. You better fucking hurry up. Baby. It's okay. Come on. Are you fucking kidding me, bro?
I said I...
So that was intense.
Didn't censor that one.
Who, me?
Anybody.
You know, it's funny. I've had stuff on here with the F-bomb and that's never got in trouble if it's like videos. I think it's if we say it.
Okay.
I don't know. But
Whatever.
That was rough.
Yeah.
I don't know what I would do in that situation.
Like if there's an actual around, then yeah, of course I'll go. I didn't see what the around was. Like,
Right.
Is it
This is a video-
driving on the sidewalk around or just like going around a stopped car?
I feel for the guy. I'm sure he was super upset, but man, that driver stayed calm. I don't know.
Yeah.
I probably would have parked and just took my keys. Like otherwise I may have struck
Yeah.
him. I mean, it was intense. So
Yeah.
Jesper, any comment? You're just not.
Well, I was just reminded of my trip back when, concert.
Chris Stapleton?
Yes. And it was just, I was calm in that situation too. And he was yelling almost as bad at me. It's
Was
just-
he that bad?
Oh yeah.
I don't remember it.
Those things you did not see. But it's, again, you just stay calm. At least I did.
Yeah.
I couldn't.
No, I would not have that level of composure.
When I watched that, I was like getting anxious just watching.
Oh, sure. Sure.
Well, you're not a super anxious guy anyways, but I am.
No.
Someone's talking about a stick of butter.
Yeah.
Guy had a picture of a stick of butter on his, flappy, whatever, pulled out.
He did?
Visor. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I don't want to watch. I don't want to hear it again. I mean, but
You can look at it later.
all right.
Wow, I didn't even notice.
I didn't notice the stick of butter either. I was too having a panic attack from the screaming.
And the flopping dog.
Oh, that poor little puppy.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not the driver's fault. Obviously, something's wrong with the with the
Right.
dog.
One, but there was also something he couldn't get around. That's the thing, right? I mean,
Yeah.
anyways.
All right, on to funnier things.
Yes.
Right? Oh, man.
Lighten
So
the mood
before
a
we
little.
share this, what's the weirdest message you got in your Uber, messaging, like a question or like, are you cute or I'm drunk
No.
or I'm throwing up?
I'm
like,
drunk.
Yeah.
Or I'm drunk, I can't find you. That's what I get. I'm drunk, I can't find you.
And then you cancel.
Usually. Unless I can see where they are when they're texting me and I'm like, dude, I'm right here. But
Yeah.
yeah.
I hate the messages that are, where are you? I'm like, check your app, buddy.
Or the auto one that I'm holding up a blue light. No, you're not.
Well, I had one the other night. Well, I'm holding up a middle finger. Yes, I am.
I'm holding up a stick of butter.
A picture of a stick of butter.
I feel like we need to all just carry a stick of butter this weekend and then start chucking at each other.
At the airport.
Butterfly.
We could throw it at the old guys at the airport.
We'll probably use it to cook when they get home. So anyway,
one way.
Ooh, butter.
So this next picture is through the messaging on Uber. It says, I was wondering if I can change into my jock strap in the car. I'll pay you extra and I'll tip you. I mean,
if there's...
Driver said he canceled as soon as he sent him that. I don't know.
If my seats weren't cloth and there was
I don't
enough
know. Do you want to
money-
hear that ball sack stick on leather too? As he peels it
But
off
it's
to
at
put his
least-
jock strap
you
on.
can like take a Lysol wipe to leather. Like I have like fuzzy cloth seats.
You worry about a random hair?
It just sounds gross.
We all know skin on leather. It's
Yeah. But I mean,
Anyways.
if he has enough cash in hand, whatever.
I mean, it's super weird.
Yeah, it's super
Pete
weird.
says he'd consider it.
I mean,
Of course
Yeah,
he
I
would.
wouldn't
too.
question Mark. I would say how much.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
guys got to eat.
How much is extra?
Yeah, $20. Go right ahead. A five spot. I don't want to hear out the seat for $5.
I just. Who is he? A football player that's like
I mean,
really
so-
comfortable changing in and out of a jockstrap in inappropriate places?
But just the jock strap? I mean, are you nude everywhere else and you just need to put? I mean,
So the weirdest.
like, you
trying
do
to-
have to take your
what's the
pants
back-
off for
Yeah,
that. So
I'm trying to figure out the process of
like
how
you're still
this
gonna
is
have a
happening.
shirt on that will maybe cover everything.
And are you
up?
wearing a dress shirt that's long that's going to cover it?
right?
So I have a question. It's a serious question. I know
These are all serious. How
What?
dare you?
So I know Pete has taken this gentleman before. So there's a gentleman in town who has no arms. And it's not a joke. It's a
I know
real
it's
thing.
not, but
Um,
it's not funny. But I wasn't expecting that.
I think I've taken rides twice.
You've picked him up twice?
Yes, and the second time he asked me to tuck in his shirt and then tie his shoes, and I did it. I was.
Really?
But that was a little bit weird.
That's really nice of you.
It was a little bit weird.
Now I can see the shoe tying, but he should know how to tuck his.
So
He
how does
had no arms.
No.
How
Yes,
does he
sir.
open the door?
I was thinking stumps,
No,
like from here
Oh,
down.
not even
He's got
stumps.
nothing.
there's nothing there, dude.
Oh, my
And
God.
I don't mean to laugh, but yes.
Well, no, you're not laughing at his disability.
There's a girl in one of my classes who just has like 2 upper arm stumps, and this girl types really well.
Yeah, I was just saying.
She's definitely made the best of it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If he had stumps, I could see he could tuck his shirt in, but he couldn't tie his shoe. Oh, that poor man.
And why would you have shoes with laces at that point?
Velcro.
And he was on the way to the bar to have a drink.
How does he do that? A straw?
A straw, I would guess.
What an idiot. How does he do that? Oh, Ben's lost it over there.
It's a real thing, Ben.
It's like you asking me how I was going to get out of the car.
And the thing is, he was dressed nice. He had like a vest on and everything. It just wasn't tucked in.
He was pimping?
I have a joke I want to tell, but it's not.
No, it's probably inappropriate.
Afterwards. Do it after.
And we're not laughing
And he's
at
a really nice guy.
Yeah, we're
I would
not-
say.
I
He's
mean-
super
Circumstance.
nice. Yes.
It's just...
It's funny, okay? He would probably laugh at it too. All right? So
He was super appreciative.
that was,
It was
nice
weird.
of you. I would have done it too,
It
but
was
I hope he
weird.
gave you a nice tip.
I don't remember if he did or not. But it was just weird.
I doubt he did.
Anyways.
Oh, man. So, jockstrap, anyone? $20 is my minimum. What if it said, I got to keep going. What if it said,
boy.
I have no arms. Will you tuck my shirt in and tie my shoe?
Well, he didn't text me because.
They have voice and text, you dumbass.
No, I know that.
But you still have to... I guess you can probably tell Siri to do it for you. You actually could probably.
Hey, Siri, tuck in my pants.
No, just send a message.
Never mind. No, she turned on.
Seriously, mine did too.
It said Siri's not
Mine
available.
didn't.
Well, I'm in airplane mode, but it did say Siri's not
It
available.
says, sorry, I didn't quite catch that. Can you repeat?
Siri sucks, by the way. You're gonna hate it, Ben. Oh, Ben's iOS, everyone.
And Siri is just fine. I taught him how to use her earlier.
Oh, Brad told us moving on.
Yeah, sorry, Brad. Okay, next, Jason. You keep getting us off the clock.
I'm sorry. So this one, I think Sam did share. It's a sham. So this is in New York. Uber will block drivers from taking riders when business is sold. Now, Lyft has already done this, but Uber wasn't. But what's happening is all these Lyft drivers are going to Uber. So now Uber's flooded. So now they're like, yeah, we can't have y'all driving like just whenever you want to.
Right.
So now it's just like Lyft in New York. God, why did you guys want this? Like,
No, because they were under the impression that everything would stay the same, except that they'd get paid more.
Yeah, they thought they would get paid.
Right.
The second they went online and off the 17 whatever an hour. So, come on, guys. New York, California, don't let it spread like a virus. Do not come to Michigan. Do not come to anywhere. No. But yeah, he said, this guy said his Lyft income dropped from $500 to $600 a week to nothing. And his Uber's earnings have dropped because of the glut of drivers. Is that a thing?
I didn't think so. But
like gluttonous.
Yeah.
But so, I mean, he did say some people quit their 9-to-5 jobs in order to have this flexibility that the industry gave them. All of a sudden it's being taken away. That's your damn legislators, you guys.
Glut.
Excessive abundance.
There's a glut of cars on the market.
That's perfect word. He said it right.
Glut.
I can't believe that's the example.
He's playing it.
Yeah.
I thought Ben was saying that.
No.
Glut.
All right, that's enough.
Moving on, Ben.
Oh boy. Now Jesper's saying it. Go ahead.
Yep. So the next article we have,
we're almost done anyways.
It talks about women and safety, female drivers and safety. So there really isn't anything that can keep you safe. Women Uber and Lyft drivers speak out. And so this is one particular driver, Laura. She's a Bay Area Uber driver. She was driving late one night in Santa Clara, and she picked up two unruly men from a bar, and they were drunk, and one immediately started making rape jokes and hitting on her. "You're so beautiful. Do you have a boyfriend? If you were my girlfriend, I wouldn't let you drive Uber, blah, 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 blah." So at first she's tried to stay quiet and nervously laugh. She needed to get home, and she needed the money from the ride. But as a sexual assault survivor, the man's comments set off alarm bells in her head. She told him to stop, or she would ask him to get out of her car. In return, the man screamed at her, called her a bad driver, and threatened to give her a low rating. So it goes on. And she ended up not driving for 3 weeks after this incident. But
yeah, if you're a sexual assault victim, I understand you can do what you want, but maybe Uber driving isn't the right profession.
Kind of my point is, and again, there's nothing. She didn't do anything wrong.
Absolutely not. We are not blaming
her
no, by any means
at all. But maybe she should find another thing to do, or maybe not drive at night or whatever.
Or just find a position that makes you feel more secure.
Yes. Right.
Yeah, but guys are douchebags. Like,
do you know how many men have the first things out of their mouth? "Hey, you got a man?"
Really?
And I look at him. "No." "Well, I wouldn't let my girlfriend do this."
You should say yes every time.
No,
because then, unless you're looking for one.
No.
She should say, and I still don't.
No, usually my response is no, and I enjoy it.
Yeah.
So
make it awkward.
Yeah, I try to.
If
they're gonna make it awkward, I'm gonna make it more
I don't
awkward.
understand why a guy thinks like. I get it. When I drink too, I get a little bit more flirty,
even sober dudes ask me these questions.
That's just weird. I feel bad for women.
Men are just
dicks. The chicks have to have the babies. They have periods. They have to deal with us jerks.
Right.
We're slobs. Jeez.
Yeah.
Anyways.
You get to pee in the bottles.
Yes. Hashtag blessed life.
Blessed life.
Speaking of the blessed life.
Oh, hold on. Dan Sullivan says, Cali, New York, our Scruber proving grounds. And then we have a guy locally. He was supposed to be on, but Wednesday nights are busy for him. Hashtag Screwbird, he always says, which he's got like a ton of rides too. He's got like 20,000 or something like that.
Did I share you that picture of the dude who had like 72,000 rides?
No, that can't be real.
I saw.
How
the
is that
picture
not
and
on
I
the
shared it with
podcast?
you.
No, you didn't.
I swear I did. Maybe I just saved it and didn't actually send it to you.
Damn it, Sam. All right, so the next picture is just hilarious.
Side note, when I saw pens, I read it wrong. I read it with an I before the S.
What is that anyways? You read it that way, but why would you? Because what is that?
I don't know.
I mean, I'm sure he had some, but like mail.
Anyway, can't wait to use these bad boys on my Sunday morning shift. And they are pens that say Jesus tips 20%. Brilliant.
It is true, and it's just funny.
Honestly, in Grand Rapids, I think you'd get away with handing them out.
Well, yeah, because they're all Dutch and they want a free pen.
Yeah.
Not because they're going to tip you.
They're not going to give you 20%.
No.
I just don't think you'd get a lot of complaints.
All right, before we jump into tip time, I just want to talk about the Patreon account. I know we haven't talked about it lately, but we're finally getting our ass moving. I think Sam and I are going to record a podcast about Amazon Flex. I think we're going to do like maybe the top 5 things I wish I knew before I drove Amazon Flex. So that's a podcast you will get if you sign up for the Patreon account. The $10 level gets you that and behind-the-scenes content, except not tonight because we forgot to press record. But yeah,
there's no we, it's a me.
Well, I mean, whatever.
Thanks.
I mean, we're a team here, so that's the $10 one. You also can do a $5 one a month just to support us for all the free content and no armed people talking. So.
Oh, and then you get the.
Oh yeah, you get gear too. If you sign up for the $10,
yep.
you get some merch. The merch I ordered for all of us, I think it comes from Thailand, so it ships October 1st.
Okay, that's fine.
So, anyways, I meant to tell you that earlier. So yeah, sign up for the Patreon account. It should be in the link. It probably isn't, or in the description because I probably forgot about it.
Saw it, I thought.
In the description, I don't think so. But yeah, you get your before and after, a little bit of chatter from us. Usually it's not safe for work. This one almost got not safe for work, this podcast.
It's a little off the wheels.
And then you get a piece of merch, and then you get the extra podcast where we talk about the gig economy, whether that be DoorDash or Shipped or
Grubhub,
all that stuff. So, all right, tip time. Sam provided this. Consider in-car Wi-Fi to reduce personal plans and to be able to offer Wi-Fi for passengers on long trips. So I had that for a while. It was kind of nice, but I didn't really see an increase of tips per se.
Yeah.
I even had a little sign that said what the password was and everything.
I had it for 10 days before the car was totaled.
Oh.
And it was like through OnStar, so like I couldn't. It wasn't like a device that I could just move to the new car.
Oh, okay.
And I didn't have any long trips at that point, but I was gonna make myself like a little sign to be able to just hand to people on trips that were more than like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
If you're in my car for 10 minutes, you don't need it.
Right. Well, that's why I had a little sign so they could do it if they wanted to. They would all say, "Oh man, your car has Wi-Fi," but they never would tip.
It was just really convenient, especially when I'm, trying to I got to reduce my cellular data plan, which saved me money.
Yeah, I mean, like mine was. Well, why don't you talk about Hum?
Well, I'll talk about it in a second. Finish up.
I was just gonna say mine was with a different company, so it definitely would reduce it.
Right.
But I don't think I would trust it for Uber and Lyft, though. I think I want the LTE.
See, I used mine in my car. My car was the hotspot.
Yeah.
And it worked fine.
Oh, it did?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, I would turn my Wi-Fi just off on my phone or my cellular data.
Yeah.
And just run the Wi-Fi off
and
the
it was
car.
No problem?
No problem. And not until I got into like the boonies doing Amazon, then I had some issues and had to flip my phones back on. But in town, that was great.
So what I'm doing, and so I have the Verizon Hum, and I signed up for the new Verizon Unlimited plans, and they are truly unlimited. But my whole plan is unlimited, so the hum goes into the same thing. So
Yeah.
not you're gonna save one or the other, whatever.
No.
But it used to be so all the cell phones, if you have enabled one of the what's it called, Comcast network on your phone, it would used to pick up all the Comcast networks. So
Which I hated.
Right, I know,
Yeah.
right? And it's the most annoying thing in the world. So what I'm doing now is, and it works perfectly, I have my phone hook up to my car's Wi-Fi.
Oh, really?
And it doesn't pick up any of the other ones because
Right.
it always sees the Wi-Fi.
Mhm.
So that's brilliant.
AT&T does it too.
Yeah.
If you go anywhere near an AT&T store,
You
it'll
can-
just hop onto their Wi-Fi.
I think you can turn that off.
You can.
I actually don't search for Wi-Fi on my phone. I turn that off.
Yeah.
'Cause-
And I used to do that, but it was just a pain because it would still do it sometimes.
Really?
But now it's consistently stay off. So what I like about it is what I've been doing is I bring a tablet with me and I have music on my tablet and I hook that up to Bluetooth to the vehicle system, and people love being able to choose the music. And I get tips and I get great comments.
I want to see a video of someone getting in and playing just some hardcore rap, and yes, we're just this honky
So-
Danish like, and this and that.
Two-
I'm like,
Two funny situations on that one. There was two girls got in my car one time, and these were like, I mean, white girls, okay?
that's like a long.
There's just no way I'm good at saying that. And then she started playing. She picked just a hardcore black rapper.
Yeah.
And she must not have known the song because all of a sudden he started talking and rapping about genitalia like crazy.
She didn't know the song?
And she got like openly like red.
Oh, is it like?
I
stop,
didn't know.
Stop.
Yeah.
She probably likes one song from the guy and listened to something else, and then it's like, oh,
Well, yeah.
no wonder
And
only
all-
the one song's
I
on
know.
the radio.
Right.
All of a sudden it was like effing this.
Yeah,
and-
you're like, I like this artist, and you're like, oh, this is not the song.
I didn't mean to pick that song.
I mean, it's like 40-year-old white women that listen to Snoop Dogg. Because that's
Yeah.
his core audience. It
Right.
really is. You wouldn't think it, but it really is.
Yeah, it is.
But that was
Cracks
funny,
me up.
and so I like that a lot. I still don't have I have not set up. I need to put up a sign for the Wi-Fi, but I haven't done that yet. So.
Real quick on Facebook, Dan said, how about Uber telling riders to verify the driver is looking for versus drivers asking the riders who they're looking for, standoff? You know, we go round and round about that. Jesper says he just tells them his name right away.
Yep.
I mean, just whatever. It's fine. Just say your name or don't say your name. But the problem is the passenger sometimes will, like, I've had it recently where I've done the standoff and I'm like, well, then you know what I said? I go check the plate.
Right.
So they check the plate and I'm like, well, I could still be somebody else. You still just check the plate. But
This week I had a guy who opened the door. My name's whatever. And I was like, all right, hi, Ben. Nice to meet you. He's like, what's your name? Sam. He's like, okay, I can get in the car now. Okay.
well, I knew your name.
Yeah.
I said Ben. It's in the app. It's okay.
Are you Sam on the app or are you Samantha?
Samantha. But I mean,
That's so
people
fancy.
Want 2 and 2 together.
Samantha.
I don't know. I like Samantha because you can go with Sam or Samantha. So, all right. Facebook shenanigans. Ben, you're up.
All right. Facebook number 1. So yes, this is from a local driver, and I don't know. I just struggle with this whole thing. But he says, I had a passenger cancel a surging ride at the end of the ride tonight. I looked at the earnings and did not get the bonus, only standard rates. I called Uber about it. Apparently there is no surge bonus because the ride was not completed. I explained that I completed my part in the contract of the ride and should get the extra $4, but Uber will not pay it out. I have mixed feelings about this. I mean, yes, in theory, he should get his $4. But is it worth arguing with Uber for $4?
Honestly, I've had the same thing happen, and I was paid the entire amount.
My question is, if you cancel the ride, he gets standard rates. Shouldn't he just get a cancel fee?
So when
Did he end the ride or did he cancel the ride?
So the passenger for me was on the highway and canceled the ride, like from the back seat.
So you should just get the canceled.
I think I was assigned a big cancel fee like as if I had gone a distance. If you go like 20 minutes and then you end up canceling, you get a bigger fee.
Really?
I had gotten something like that, and then I just finished the ride, whatever. They're like, oh yeah, we'll give you, cash for this ride, whatever. It's like, yeah, okay, you do what you're going to do. I'm still going to call Uber. And dropped them off. He handed me like $10. It was supposed to be like a $21 ride because there was a surge on it. So I called Uber. I was like, hey, this is what happened. If you look at my locations, you'll see that I actually went to the destination point. Can you fix this? And she gave me the entire ride and the surge and adjusted the whole fare up.
I think it really depends on who you get.
Yeah, it does.
It's so true with that.
So if you're not satisfied with your answer the first time, call back.
Every time that I've emailed about an issue, unless it's been like, this should have been an XL ride, they do that automatically. Uber does. Lyft won't. But I've had to email multiple times before I got the response I needed.
Yeah.
So
I had one.
So Lyft will not change your ride?
No,
Just
they don't.
They want you to tell the customer to cancel and
Okay.
Yeah.
I knew Uber would. I wasn't sure about Lyft, but that's good to know.
It's ridiculous. And I tried that method of trying again, and it's the same response every time.
I've had it once that they paid it, but they
Right.
must mark it in your account like we gave you one, but next time we're
Right.
not giving it
courtesy.
again. So, all right, next one.
So
whose is this
It's
one?
mine. I thought it was just a feel good comment. Basically, Sam in the Uber drivers group, he said if it's not rude to ask, what's the most you made in one day and how many hours of work did you put in? I'm trying to maximize my earnings time before the 12-hour timestamp. And so Michael posts 60 rides, 59 rides, 21 and a half hours. And he made $875 because of a $447 promotion he had to it. So, and it's just, and it was a good hustle. If you do the math, it's $40 an hour. And I think that's great. So I think that's great. I've done that sometimes, and without the promotion, I can get 40 hours.
Yeah.
But it's certainly not every night. But most nights when I'm out, I make between $25 and $30 an hour. So I just thought it was, it's a cool post.
It's just nice to see some positivity because
it's definitely still possible, right? We keep hearing old people say, "Oh, you can't make any money doing it." No, you can. Just drive smart.
Yep.
So that was really all.
A couple. Oh, just one more. I think this one's serious. This is just Uber support at the bet. Is this yours, Sam, or not?
It might have been. I remember seeing it, so it could be.
You want me to read it, or you
I got it. I was deactivated 6 times in the last 2 days. Prompted to upload my photo and insurance. Each time I responded appropriately and was reactivated in minutes. Mind you, I'm in the middle of picking up my next packs. The last time I see it happen, I pulled over and called support. He says, I have seen you've uploaded your same photo 7 times in the last 3 days. Why did you do that? That is the reason for deactivation. This is whom we are dealing with. Just saying.
Yeah. So
I mean, that has never happened to me.
No, it's not happened to me either. But clearly something's going on with her account. But it's just funny how Uber support's like, why did you do that? I'm like, you were asking for it. So that's why I keep uploading it.
I'm trying to make you guys happy, and it's not working.
But here's the thing. She says the same photo. So is she trying to upload the same photo she took, or is she taking a new photo with the phone?
That could be the problem. Is she's uploading the same crappy photo over and over again instead of taking a new one.
Yeah.
But
so Keith responded, Does that XL change even if you drive an X? Will Uber still give you the XL? Oh, no. You have to have you have to be an XL driver.
Yeah, otherwise you're breaking the law and they're not going to pay you for that.
Yeah, there was a time about maybe 2 years ago that there were so many cars on the road that were X's that were labeled as XLs. It was a nightmare. I remember, I don't know if it was anyone in our Grand Rapids group, but in the Facebook Grand Rapids group, they were talking about that X cars that were kind of like SUVs were getting XL requests, and people were getting pissed because they would get there and be like, I'm sorry, I'm not an XL. So I think that's it. Thank you guys so much for joining. It was a fun night. I had a good time. And catch us in 2 weeks. What else? Do we got anything We're getting a new table. Hopefully by
New-
2 weeks from
new
now we'll
table. It all
have
depends
the-
on how much you're gonna work on it.
He's going to have me do all the work, so
Awesome.
it'll be ready next year.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm thinking 2020.
Remember, guys, Patreon.
Yep.
Remember that. Sign up for it. Give
Patreon.com.
us reviews.
Yep. All the reviews on
Yep.
iTunes
Absolutely.
would be amazing.
And then, of course, remember that if you are in an accident, who do you call?
Legal Rideshare.
Legal Rideshare.
Or CarStar if you need body work.
Right.
Both, right?
Right.
We got you covered.
All right, guys. Have a good night.
Thank you so much, guys. Bye.